Ooh, that's great.
Did you like that?
That was kind of nice.
Welcome to Velocity Movies in Review. I'm your host, Kyle Leonard. Every Wednesday, well, mostly every Wednesday, we come here and talk about a movie franchise. We just wrapped up Pirates of the Caribbean with Dead Men Tell No Tales. We still have a prize to give away. I'll figure out how to do that. I don't know how yet. But we're on to Harry Potter. We've been talking about it for a long time, and it's super exciting. I'm going to leave the AC on.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'll apologize to listeners
It's
for
way
the
too hot to not have
humming
it
in the
on.
back.
With the temperature outside, nobody needs an apology.
I think it's like
AC's
hotter.
on fun.
I think it's hotter here in South Dakota than it is in like
It is
Egypt right now.
It is hotter here than it is in Phoenix
So
today.
yesterday,
Nice.
what was it? I told you yesterday. I can't remember where it was, but it was like somewhere by Rapid City. Yesterday was the hottest place in the world at one point.
Good.
Yeah,
Good
pretty,
Lord.
pretty ugly.
Joining me for this franchise, Tanner Else, of course. Michaela Dotson's back. And Boothang. Jordan Erickson's joining us as well.
Mine.
I think there's a fifth,
Also, Yeet.
but he's not here today, so he doesn't get his name dropped. So, the first film in this franchise is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, known only as the Sorcerer's Stone in the United States. Everywhere else, it's the Philosopher's Stone.
Did you notice when the subtitles were on, it kept saying Philosopher's Stone instead of Sorcerer's Stone?
Yeah, it
I
sure
was wondering
did.
about that.
I did not know that, actually.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Yeah,
We
only
had the
in the,
subtitles on, but every time they said Sorcerer's Stone, it came up on the subtitles as Philosopher's Stone.
It's actually a pretty good movie to have subtitles on.
Yeah.
With how many
Oh
things
my
are dropped on you,
God.
watching it again, you realize that really quickly.
So this movie was released on November 14th, 2001, had a $125 million budget and a worldwide $1.7 billion return. So it did okay.
It did okay.
It did alright.
It wasn't a terrible movie.
Directed by Chris Columbus, not the massacre guy.
Not the colonizer.
Not the colonizer, but the other one, just Chris. Known for other directorial work such as Adventures in Babysitting, Home Alone 1 and 2, Mrs. Doubtfire, I Love You, Beth Cooper, and Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief. Beth Cooper.
Very interesting.
Who was in I Love You, Beth Cooper? Who's Beth Cooper in that movie?
Oh, Hayden Panettiere.
Okay, I thought it was Amber Heard for a second. I was
No.
about to like
Amber
strike,
Heard, no!
about to strike this
Really?
movie from the
I
record.
didn't even say that name around here.
So before we get into the movie, what are your thoughts on the movie, Tanner?
Now that I've seen all of them, and I'm an adult, I'm okay with this, but God, those kids sucked at acting when they first started.
That's
They were
what
so
we were
bad,
saying.
dude.
I thought Hermione was doing alright.
Mine was okay.
Bringing the sass,
she
maybe
was-
not the skill, but the sass.
You could really tell she was really pulling it out
Yeah.
at some parts where she was like, well, I read about them,
Yeah.
and I blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay.
Or like
Yeah,
the
I
first
bet you
time we
did.
see her and she's just like, oh, you're doing magic? Let's see then.
Let's see then.
Yeah. Whatever. Hermione, get out of here.
see that.
Before you guys come up with another plan to get us all killed, or worse, expelled.
Oh my
A
god.
lot of emotion.
If she knew what they were in for, she would have just not even walked up to him or talked to him at all.
Do you think so? Do you think if she was like, yeah, we're gonna save, the world, she would have been like, no, I'm good.
Even though they were mean to each other for the first couple movies, she wanted that ginger wiener.
I would say
See,
it's
Disagree.
I
just
thought it
soulmate.
was.
That's what you
I
gotta
thought
do.
it was so weird because I always thought they were setting it up for Harry and Hermione.
That's
to
how
be
they should
together.
have.
They should have.
Because they totally made it seem that way. They
Yeah.
totally did.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
spoilers. Jeez.
She like, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you're dropping
Really?
spoilers all over the place.
Also, spoiler, like,
Now the viewers
your
know
best
that-
friend's cool with you just nailing a sister? Whatever. Get out of my face.
Dude, did you notice that fucking Ginny looks just like Harry's mom, too?
Yes, I did notice that, and that's creepy.
I noticed that in the part where he's looking in the mirror, and I was like, that looks like Ginny in, like, the last movie.
Yeah, she
Oh
looks
my
more
God.
like Lily and James's kid than Harry does. So
Mhm.
it's pretty bad.
Isn't it that studies say you're more predisposed to be attracted to people that resemble features from your parents?
That is what they say.
Crap.
And characteristics too. Like if a
Whoa.
woman if a woman meets a guy that has like characteristics of her father, she's
Right.
more attracted to
Like
him.
I'll eventually go bald, so she's already like,
It's
That's like the only
She's
thing you
thinking
and my
ahead.
dad have in common.
That's why all these
though.
chicks like drug dealers.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
You grow up, you
There
grow
you
up,
go.
and you have your parents who protect you and love you through anything. So when you see those characteristics in somebody, I mean, it only makes sense that you be drawn towards them.
Yeah, he's like the complete physical polar opposite of my dad, so I'm not really attracted to my dad's type, so.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he's buff and I'm not.
Fair enough.
I'll take it.
Must be so awful to be buff.
Just miserable.
Miserable.
All right, guys. So let's go over the plot of this movie a little bit. Listen here. This is Velocity Movies in Review, where we review movies with the minds of 30-year-old children. So if terms like muggle hole or meat wand offend you, maybe it's time you turn around and look away right now. Just
Muggle
saying.
hole, huh?
I like how you give him a warning for that, but last time we didn't give him a warning about mermaid pussy, so.
Hey, it was fish pussy, okay? That was fish
What a broad
pussy.
term. What a broad term.
I do not have a fish pussy. Right? Oh, fish stick.
Fish stick.
Fish stick. Love them in my mouth.
Okay, anyway.
Alright, so it's a dark, spooky night on Privet Drive. We see a bearded figure show up. He steals the light from the lamp. It's Albus Dumbledore. We don't know that yet, but whatever. We see a cat. He calls out Mrs. McGonagall. We see her shadow turn into...
Love her.
Yeah, she's about the best part of these movies. Turn into her human self. And then we get a flying motorcycle shooting down. It's Rubius Hagrid, who's got a little baby bundled up, and he's like, yeah, I was taking care of him, whatever. McGonagall's like, these people suck. Are you sure we want to do this? Like, they really suck.
Actually, they're the worst kind of muggles.
They're just as bad
They're
as
muggle
the real
holes.
social...
They're muggles.
They're muggle. What were you saying?
Who are the people in charge of adopting out in the United States? There's like a...
It is like a whole fucked up, crazy,
It's terrible, yeah,
expensive process.
That
and-
movie's about on par with how it normally
But
goes.
at the same
for real.
time, that's like, if it's like your immediate family, like
Yeah.
they don't have to go through the adoption process.
Maybe they're doing a jab at that. How that's a problem.
Well, it definitely is.
It is
Yeah.
a problem, dude. They borderline, like they might as well have been beating the shit out of him. Fuck, they probably were.
I mean, I kick Tyson off the bed every once in a while, but I don't make him sleep under the stairs.
Yeah, we were saying, like, what if he had to poop in there and pee in there? Like, it's like his little dog kennel.
Part they left out is he's just got like a little poop bucket under his
It's
bed.
a 5-gallon bucket.
Yeah, they're not even showing.
They didn't show us any of that stuff.
Yeah, they're not
That's
showing the
what-
real deal.
That's what we call a muggle hole.
Muggle.
McGonagall says that this kid will be famous. Like, there's not a person in the world that'll know his name, and Dumbledore's like, that's the point. It'll be better if he grows up away from all of that, because that always turns out so well. They set him down on the doorstep, and then they show the scar, and we get our first title sequence for Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
I wonder why they call it Sorcerer's Stone and not Philosopher's Stone.
So I read, I believe it's in my fun facts too, but for lack of a better term, Americans are too stupid to understand what philosophers are. So they were like, let's call it a sorcerer.
You're not wrong.
That's exactly the reason. They were like, Americans might not understand what a philosopher is, so let's call it a sorcerer.
But they didn't
And
think...
Wizard Stone just doesn't sound
We like
right.
cheeseburgers and smaller words.
Oh,
Also,
man.
Philosopher's Stone doesn't sound as magic-y.
No, it really doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't have the...
Yeah,
I don't know.
It'd be like something that you're supposed to think about rather
Yeah.
than like a sorcerer's stone.
Yeah.
Because like a
Yeah.
philosopher,
Sorcery
yeah, it's like,
rather than
because it's like a philosopher's like, all brain.
Also, I
Yeah,
read
somebody
these books
sitting
in
there thinking
elementary
about
school,
shit.
and if you think I knew what the word sorcerer meant in elementary school, I did not.
Wow, you're fucking stupid.
Whoa, she's coming with the fire
I
tonight.
probably knew only.
Well, I'm glad we switched positions, so
Harry
I'm so
Potter.
close to the door, so I can leave.
I thought you were gonna say so you can't come over the table and fucking beat my ass, but
And my dark saber's over there, so can't reach
I
it.
think I figured out a lot of words through Harry Potter because I was so young.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Well, it's
intricate.
crazy. I actually
you're an
read,
idiot,
I read
too.
the Chronicles of Narnia before I read Harry Potter. So,
yeah, we were just talking about.
Yeah, I
the
was exposed
Chronicles
at
of
about the
Narnia.
same time.
yeah. About 9,
I
10.
didn't read Harry Potter until the fourth one came out or the fifth one came out because I did my book reports all on the movies, you know, because you got to read the books and then do the book report. I was like, no, I'll read the movies.
I'll read the
I did the
movies.
book report, and then I got to the fourth one.
You said subtitles wrong.
And I got to the fourth one, and there wasn't any more books, and I still had book reports to do, so I was like, crap, I guess I probably better read one. So I read Order of the Phoenix, and I was like, it's pretty good. I'm going to go back and read them all. So I went back and read all four.
It's interesting going back and noticing all the stuff you missed. Which
Yeah,
is
there's a lot.
thorough,
Yeah, I
a big
had-
amount of shit.
I had only seen it once, and then that was like when it came out in theaters.
I was telling Kyle, I was like, I have Harry Potter marathons all the time. I always skip the first one. 'cause I
Yeah,
hate
everybody
it.
does.
Yeah, I'm like,
And
just
Chamber
they're so
of
young.
Secrets.
I fuck Chamber of Secrets.
I liked the first one a lot more than I thought. I hated it. Like,
Yeah, you have to go.
I watched it, and I was like, I remember hating this one.
I was expecting more cheese. I didn't get
Yeah.
a whole lot of cheese.
And I thought, because we had mentioned, like, Professor Quirrell, like, with the stutter and stuff sucks. But I thought it was, like, way more prominent and stuff when I was a kid. I thought every other scene he was in there, like... He really only, like, has, like, 7 lines in the whole movie. I was like, oh, that's not as bad as I remember.
I feel he was kind of lacking in some weird way that I can't even put my finger on.
Well,
Like,
because
you just watched him doing his goofy shit, and you're like, I feel like
I don't want to jump
you
to
just
the
don't
end.
belong here.
But when he's just like, come here, boy!
and he's just
And
like,
he just, like, holds his hand.
Yeah.
I was like,
It was just missing
What
the
if he
sound
just
of a
said-
whip cracking.
what
or
if he just said
something.
no? Like,
No,
I'm going to stay right here.
I'm gonna run through these little 2 foot
What's he going to do?
planks.
Tell me to come over there? I ain't coming over there anyway.
He says no, and the credits roll. No.
So Kyle, so you guys talking
Yeah,
about
the
the
video.
TikTok? The TikTok.
The TikTok where Hermione, like, goes to fix his glasses, and instead of Oculus Reparo, it's a Vada Kedavra. And then it rolls credits.
Done. 10 minutes in.
So Harry hasn't been having a good life with the Dursleys. He lives under the dusty old stairs. He's forced to make breakfast, serve coffee, and on top of that, his spoiled cousin Dudley gets just about everything he wants in the world.
I fucking hate that kid
Oh,
so
he's
much.
rough, dude.
He's the worst.
It's his birthday, and they're going to the zoo. It was the 36 presents. Last year I had 37, and I only have 36 this year. I wish I could get away with that when I was a kid.
I'm gonna whoop my fucking
When
ass.
I was a kid.
I don't know.
I was such a good kid. They're going to the zoo for his birthday. But on the way out, Vernon warns Harry, the father, if any funny business happens, he won't eat for a week. But we get to the zoo, and funny business immediately starts. Their family is watching the snake pounding on the glass, trying to get it to move. He's sleeping. Harry yells at him. He's like, whatever, he sucks. Goes off to the other one. And then the snake's like, thanks, dude. He's like, wait, hold up. You can hear me? He's like, yeah, And then the Dudley comes running back over, smashes his ugly face onto the glass, shoves Harry to the ground. And Harry, like, gives him the death glare, and then the glass, like, magically disappears, and he pops into the python's cage. It's...
I'm really
For the sake of the
pissed it
plot,
didn't
could
eat
he
it.
have not just got, strangled by this
I was
snake
gonna say,
and died
like,
in the first movie? I'd have been fine with it.
Where
But-
security comes to shoot the snake, and they accidentally.
Also,
Just shoot a real
like,
snake.
he becomes like a fucking source of entertainment after Harry learns to use magic and shit.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause when he's like
Yeah,
in
he
the Muggle
scares
world
him.
and shit, he's like,
Yeah. When he's all with, like, he's all like big in like one of the later movies, and Harry pulls out his wand. He's like, and all of his friends are laughing. And he's like, no, he's got a
no,
wand.
no,
Yeah.
get the fuck away from
Also,
this
speaking
guy.
of which, last time some little kid fell behind a display at a zoo. R.I.P. Robert.
Oh no!
Everything changed.
Is that really the last time that's happened?
But I can remember.
Well, on the news,
On the
and
But I can remember
But you
what
heard
I actually cared about.
We gotta keep that shit going.
I mean, yeah.
Hey, we'll go to the
Rookie
zoo.
numbers.
We'll go to the zoo. I'll throw you in the bear exhibit.
There you go.
Fair enough.
We need like 11 or younger.
I couldn't bear
He's
that.
got coherent thought enough to maybe get away from the bears. An 11-year-old.
No, he's probably got the mind of an 11-year-old. I'll tell you that. But
Jeez.
Takes one to know one.
Boom.
I thought you were gonna make it your fucking 11-year-old joke, but
Better in the sandbox.
The snake escapes out of the pen. The snake escapes, slithers away, scares people. Dudley stands up, tries to get out, but the glass is now back. I like that. And the mom freaks out, of course.
oh god, I hate her. She's such an insufferable bitch,
She
dude.
sucks, dude. She sucks. We immediately get home. Harry's locked into his cupboard room and punished for, I don't know, there's no such thing as magic, so I'm gonna lock you in here.
Would seem otherwise.
Soon after that, Harry starts receiving unsolicited letters from owls. They start shooting into the house.
Dick pics. From owls.
Unsolicited dick
That's
pics.
how they had to do it back then with Polaroids.
Oh yeah, owls drop them off.
Yeah. Nice.
So
Nice.
what it really is just a bunch of letters saying we're calling you about your car's extended warranty.
Pretty much.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Credits.
Your wand's extended warranty.
There you go.
Like, sorry, I bought my wand without a warranty. See, it's splintered right here, so because
This
it was
one's
cheaper.
already got 200,000 spells on it.
Oh, man!
It's a lot of spells.
The letters keep rolling in. Vernon Dudley keeps ripping them up. They're from a place called Hogwarts. We don't know what that is. It's like weird. They got a wax stamp, so you know it's classy. Anyway, these letters just keep coming and coming. Owls keep dropping them off. There's like dozens and dozens of owls outside the house as the letters start flying in. He boards up the mail chute. They start coming down the fireplace. What's that?
That scene's actually awesome.
I
There's,
remember
like,
that from the
hundreds of
previews,
owls
like where he's
everywhere.
like jumping up, grabbing it and
Yeah.
shit.
Kind of reminded me
Yeah.
of Matilda when she figures out how to make everything move in the house and she's just dancing around
Yeah,
with the
kinda.
cards and everything. I was like, holy crap.
You can see that.
Yeah, that's a really good scene. Yeah, they're all covering the house. Harry jumps up and grabs one. Vernon tackles him, says we're not doing this. No way. We're going to go far away where they can't find us. Where do we go? An island lighthouse in the middle.
Yeah. Speaking of which, which one of them rode all the way out there? Because I don't think they had any other company with them.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I guess.
How'd y'all get
Whatever.
there?
There's no such thing as magic. So,
True.
Tis but a mystery.
we're in, yeah. So we're in the lighthouse cabin in the middle of the island in the middle of the ocean. Somehow, Harry's drawing a little birthday cake in the dust. 'Cause in about a minute, it'll be his birthday. He sees on Dudley's watch it's 12 o'clock. He's like, happy birthday, Harry. Blows out his little
Sad.
dirt candles. I'm like,
I forgot they went that far in the middle of nowhere for such a, like, that scene does not require being in the middle of nowhere.
it really
At all.
doesn't.
Like,
But it's
they
so
could've-
far out there.
They could have been in the fucking backyard.
Well, they were trying to get away from the owls.
Like, if you look at it, they're in, like, London. Like, how far did you have to go to get to an island in the ocean?
Go to me local pub, yeah.
Yeah.
Something. He makes a wish, blows out the little dirt candles that he's got, and then the door starts smashing until it gets knocked over, and this towering, bearded figure comes walking in. It's Rubius Hagrid. We've seen him before.
I love that.
Vetus.
He was the first person casted in this movie.
Huh.
But J.K. Rowling handpicked him.
I like how they just switched 2 letters in his name to switch it from Haggard.
Haggard. He's a little haggard in the
He's
movie.
very
too, so
haggard.
it's- Yeah.
Very happy.
He brings him a cake. It's real cute. He baked him a cake. He's like,
And then he sat on it, but whatever.
Well, he opened it. It's perfectly like
It does
uncooked.
look perfect.
I said this to Tanner. I'm like, that cake looks freaking good.
Yeah.
Like every time I watch this movie, he opens that cake up, and I'm like,
I'd sit
I
on
want a
that.
piece of that cake,
Yeah,
dude.
you want cake.
I want a piece of that cake.
I'd sit on that.
I do like.
Well, I think looking at the cake.
Love sitting on cake.
Oh man.
Does that mean you yourself have cake?
I don't know.
I don't know how that would work.
Cake.
We're going with that. We're going with that.
I thought you were saying, oh,
We've all
never
got
mind.
cake.
We've all got cake.
Somewhere in the world, Florida is sneezing. Who's talking about cake?
There's a group of people somewhere talking about cake.
Anytime anybody talks about cake, I know it. Anyway, I like how he gets Harry and Dudley mixed up. He's like, hey, you put on a few in the center regions, but I mean, that's
Chunky
okay.
boy.
He's like, I'm not Harry. Of course you're not. Here's your cake. Gives him his cake. Tells him he's a wizard. He's like, I'm a what? You're a witcher, Harry.
You're a witcher, Harry.
And then they go off on the Dursleys, like just start going off on him, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Like I hate this part because she's like, what it calls his mom a freak. Says like,
Oh, she was just out of straight jealousy.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was so perfect. She was the family's little witch.
That's where you're correct. She was perfect, and you're bitch.
Yeah.
Vernon's like, he won't go to Hogwarts, and in the middle of all of this arguing, Dudley, of course, takes the cake and just starts ripping into it.
Fucking fat
Also, I
bitch.
was like, oh, he's not going. As he's cowering in the corner from this giant dude who just kicked down a fucking wooden door.
Yeah.
What do you mean he's not going?
Don't forget that he bent his shotgun
Yeah.
up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. What do you mean he's not going?
Dry up, Dursley, you old prune. Like, oh, okay, I'm
Continue talking shit.
gonna talk back to this guy.
It
Yeah.
would seem to me like he's going.
And I like how he threw that in there, too. He's like, he's not going. He's like, oh, I'm sure your muggle self is going to stop him, huh?
Yeah. It's kind of cute the way they introduce us to some of the phrases in this movie. Like, oh, what's a muggle? He's like, oh, non-magic folks. Like, oh, thanks for explaining that for all the people who didn't read the book first.
It's the M. It's the M word.
They never do
Don't
explain
say
in the
that.
series, like, exactly what a squib is, though. So.
No, I did know that there's an extended scene in this one, though, where you see Filch's quick spell letter.
Right.
Yeah.
But they never explain what it is in the series. Like,
There's only a couple of them.
yeah, there's not a lot, but
It's like Hagrid and Filch. Pretty sure.
you know, Hagrid's got magic. He lights up
Oh.
Sound like dropping a coin down a well.
It hurt it.
Check your pockets.
Anyway, Dudley's ripping into this cake, so Hagrid gives him a pigtail, like the little fat piggy he is, little piggy boy.
Little piggy man. Little fat piggy
Like,
boy.
get some more, you little pig. Everybody freaks out, and then Hagrid takes Harry to Diagon Alley, but what is the bar?
Oh, crap. I don't know.
Tommy Jacks?
Tommy Jack's.
Tom is the bartender.
Yeah, that's very true.
Top hat?
Tom is the bartender. I cannot
I
remember the
can't
names of the
remember.
bar,
I can't-
Well,
Dave and
though. Oh,
Buster's.
the Leaky Cauldron.
Yep, the
Oh,
Leaky
yeah, that's
Cauldron,
what I
that's
said.
what it is.
Yeah.
The Leaky Cauldron.
We go in, says he's on official Hogwarts business, says he's taking Harry to Hogwarts. Everybody's like, good lord, it's the boy who lived. It's you. And he's like, what does that mean? And Hagrid's like, yeah, I'm probably not the best person to tell you that. Let's move on. And then we meet.
Like, without him knowing any of the stuff about himself yet, that lady's like, oh, welcome back, and like is so excited to shake his hand. He's like, fucking crackheads
Who is
everywhere. Like, what is
They all
going
kind of
on?
look like
They do kind of
crackheads.
look like crackheads, yeah.
Look at how
Who
they're
is
all
he?
dressed. They're all like fucking like dingy, like 1920s England. Like,
Yeah.
And he can't tell
attire.
Harry that origin, but he can accidentally slip everything else throughout the movie that he's not supposed to tell them
Should not have said
specifically.
that. Should
It's
not have
okay.
said
He
that.
shouldn't have said it. He acknowledges that he
The
shouldn't have
only
said
thing that's okay to probably tell him,
it. He doesn't.
Yeah, it's
he
who he is.
won't. But everything else that could risk his life, he'll just spit out.
We're introduced to turban guy here. Everybody else is dressed in like weird Victorian London outfits, and then we just got a dude in a robe and a turban.
Yeah. just a white dude dressed with a
White
freaking
dude.
turban.
Yeah, a white
Turban.
guy never goes out of style.
Turban.
Never.
that is cultural appropriation.
Maybe it was 92 degrees or 102 degrees where they are.
Cool.
Gotta keep his
Everybody
little
else
bald
was in
head.
sweaters.
But yeah, we're introduced to Professor Quirrell, who is the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher. He's excited to meet Harry, but he won't touch his hand because he's a bit of a germ freak, as we believe.
Or so we think. Also, you said this came out in 2001, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really? Holy
Turbans
cow.
weren't very cool in 2001 if you think about it.
Oh man, that was like 3 months after that.
It
too.
was,
Holy
dude. I just
shit.
saw that. I was like, ooh, definitely a bad guy in this movie.
I guess nobody really paid attention.
So Hagrid hits the bricks and opens it up to Diagon Alley. It's actually real cool. I always liked that scene because it's like hidden in plain sight. We go shopping here. Harry's like, I ain't got no money. How am I supposed to get stuff? He's like, don't worry, you rich, dog.
You rich now, dog.
We go to the bank.
Bruh.
We go to the bank and get
Gotcha.
Harry's vault unlocked, but we also go to another vault and get a very mysterious package. Harry gets a whole bunch of his gold that his parents left him, which is like never talked about again. How they got so much money?
So much. It's like a ridiculous amount.
Jordan was saying that too.
Like so much.
We'll take the lot.
Well, that probably didn't even put a dent in
It
it.
didn't, no.
Like,
I mean, maybe his dad was like a robber.
So his dad was an
Yeah.
auror. His dad was an auror.
Yeah.
He like hunted dark wizards for the
Oh, that-
for the
oh,
Ministry of
that-
Magic. So I mean, I'm assuming it's a
But do you
lucrative
get
thing.
paid
But
for
pretty
that?
lucrative
See,
job.
it's gotta be a decently lucrative job.
He's-
But
they
he's
left him like $2 billion. They had to get paid for it.
that's about
He's
equivalent to
basically
$2
like a
billion
witcher
wizard.
with a little stick.
That's
Yeah.
A wizard.
Toss a coin to your
does it?
wizard.
toss a coin to you.
That's where that money came
That's
from.
where all that money came from, right there.
Costume, buddy.
man.
Dangerous work.
You want me to take out Voldemort? Toss me some coins.
We get the money in the package, and then Hagrid tells Harry to go get a wand while he goes and takes care of something real quick. Harry goes in to Ollivander's, tries a couple of wands. It's not going well. It's like exploding stuff.
We talk about this first, though. Okay, he switches the wand. Everything on the wall explodes. That seems like my wand. Looks pretty freaking powerful to me.
Excuse me, if I can blow
Yeah.
Voldemort's head off.
Yeah. And then they give him one, and it does, just the cool little.
Well, yeah, but I don't think he was trying to do that. So it'd be like, oh, Voldemort's here. You go to blow his head off, and like Jordan's head explodes. Boom!
Not again.
Not again. not again.
Every time.
Every freaking time. I just
Expelliarmus, boom! And
Oh
like,
my
It's like
god.
buying a pistol and it's a fucking 12 gauge or something.
Yeah, basically.
oh.
I guess those exist, but
So they go through a couple of them. They're not good, and then he gives him one. And he's like, I wonder, and gives it to him, and the lights light up. There's a ring light above him. His hair does a frizzle thing.
His hair does a frizzle.
This wand is especially peculiar because the brother of that wand gave Harry that scar.
Mm-hmm.
So
Same tail feather from the same phoenix.
we did, we meet up with Hagrid after we get the wand. He's got him an owl. He got him Hedwig.
Oh, little
Cute
Hedwig.
little snowy owl.
Oh, little fluffy.
Little Hedwig.
if they died, do they have like return policies or like a shop where you take them and they
They
operate on them?
yeet straight up into a ceiling fan.
Yeah. Whip out the instructions and read through them real quick. Oh shit, this is not covered.
I'm pretty. Never mind. I was.
Also, something I was thinking about, like, some of the kids got like rats and toads as like their pets. Do they have owls too? Or
I think you get the choice. You can choose between a toad or a
yeah,
rat.
like how do you do your mail if you've got a freaking toad instead?
I think an owl will still bring you stuff.
An owl still brings
Oh.
you mail, but your companion, you can pick a cat, a toad, or an owl.
I'd pick a cat.
Of course, you
I go owl. For
I can't
sure.
come out of this lake. Why not? I picked me shark. Gotta be by him all the time.
Like Davy Jones.
Yeah, there's gotta be a limit to that.
So here Hagrid sits down with Harry and kind of explains what happened. He does explain it. He explains that James and Lily Potter died to the killing curse at the hands of he who shall not be named. And you were the only survivor in that chaos, leaving you the mark on your forehead and giving you the title of the boy who lived.
How like whack would it have been if you just accidentally died in like a car accident before he went to Hogwarts? The boy who lived died in a car accident.
Yeah, that can kill you.
Yeah,
Especially those damn brooms.
Seatbelts.
Almost got him in the first movie.
right.
Dude, there's a lot of shit.
They don't even wear
that was done in the
helmets.
first movie. Yeah,
Nothing.
right?
Nothing.
I think we need to keep like a running tally of how many times something tries to kill Harry in all these movies, and just see how many death attempts he's survived.
How fast is a goddamn broom?
Oh, it's got.
I gotta know.
They gotta be at least mopeds.
They gotta have
Oh,
speedometers
At
or
least
something.
mopeds.
No, dude. To catch that golden snitch, these guys are going like 60, bro.
Hayabusa, man. They're going like 150 easy.
I wonder how fast that Nimbus 2000.
2000 or a Firebolt.
Yeah, wait till he gets a Firebolt.
Future spoilers, but I mean it freeze frames on him. We can't even. It's distorting on his face.
Well, the
It's
lady
that
at the
fast.
end of the Quidditch thing is smart. She's wearing the eye protection, so she can go faster than anyone.
I always thought about that, man. Like, you're going as fast as you can to chase down this golden
You hit a
snitch.
bug
You get a
or a
mosquito in the
bird.
eye, dude. Ooh.
June bug.
You're done.
Do June bugs not exist at Hogwarts?
Ah!
Well,
Like your
they're
eyes gone?
Just think of other flying magical creatures that could fly into his eye. One of those little pixies.
I'm gonna assume there's some sort of warding around the Quidditch field that keeps bugs and mystical creatures away.
We'll just
I don't know, so.
assume that for the sake
Yeah, the
of
brooms definitely
Just-
have airbags.
This is a wizarding world. Magic it away.
Magic it away.
Yeah, just don't
So
even.
what do I let you do? Magic, that's why. Magic
So
is
Hagrid and Harry are standing in the train station. Hagrid looks at the time. He's like, "Oh, I gotta go. Make sure you get. Here's your ticket. Make sure you go to platform 9 3/4." Harry looks at it and he's like, what is this? There's no
What?
such thing as Hagrid's gone." I go, "Oh, okay, cool." He walks around, finds a guy. He's like, "Where's platform 9 3/4?" He's like, "Are you joking? Get out of my face, kid!
Yeah.
Take your meat wand and get out of here."
Little nerd.
Freaking nerd. Till he sees a family of redheads walking up to platform 9. I don't know why that did it for you.
He's a family of redheads. Like,
we We see the oldest one run through the wall. Harry's like, what? And then we see the twins play with their mom a little bit. Like, I'm Fred. That's George. Just kidding. I'm
Honestly,
actually.
show yourself our mother.
Honestly, woman. He said, honestly, woman, you call yourself our mother. He walks up to her and he's like, hey, can you explain to me how to do this? She's like, it's cool. It's Ron's first time, too. Just run through the brick wall. Like, full on.
Hey, help explain to me how to do this. Yeah, head first through the brick wall.
Never
All
works.
right, got it.
And then he does it. He goes through the wall and he's like standing in front of it for a second. I'm like,
Get
move,
the fuck
dude,
out of the
move.
way.
I'm like, Ron's about to come through hot.
Coming in.
Harry.
Was it? I was thinking it was like maybe it was like a blooper or something, like where he runs into it and he just fucks up really bad. Maybe that's the next.
That's the second one.
That's the next
Oh.
movie.
Yep, that's the
Spoiler.
next one.
Spoiler.
Thanks a lot.
Sorry.
Anyway, he gets his seat on the train. Ron Weasley comes in and he's like, hey, everyone else is taken. You mind if I sit here? He's like, yeah, absolutely. I'm Ron Weasley. I'm Harry Potter. And he's like,
Oi!
shows him the scar. He's like, wicked. And then they buy a whole bunch of candy. Like a cart full of candy.
Thanks, Ron. Got, a smashed sandwich. I'm all good.
I'm all good.
And Harry goes, we'll take the lot.
Got me sandwich.
I like... Hey, get out of my sandwich. It's a TikTok trend that's going on right
Oh.
now. Get out of my sandwich.
You'll
No.
You'll have to show me that.
Yeah, I was
when
gonna
we're
say,
done.
I have not seen this one yet.
Oh,
No,
Sid
I
makes
don't
me
even
mad.
have the app.
Oh, man.
Grow up.
Yeah, grow the fuck up.
Grow up.
Yeah, as 11-year-olds would, they buy the entire cart of candy and just start ripping into it. They've got a chocolate frog. Bernie Bott's every flavor of beans.
Harry's a billionaire now and has no parents, so.
Do you remember those beans from high
I
school?
do.
Holy
I do.
crap. Those were disgusting.
They were horrible. The good ones were good. Cinnamon and strawberry.
Strawberry
ones.
milkshake.
So good.
Oh my god.
But yeah, then you'd have to do the earwax ones and the boogers and the vomit.
Also, sometimes I guess it's like a UK thing or whatever, but they don't say boogers, they say bogeys.
Yeah.
Bogies.
Bogies.
Oh, it tastes like bogeys.
Isn't that
Oh, got me a bogey.
A bogey is a golf term.
It is, but like apparently it's booger to these guys, so.
Oh, you got a booger.
Yeah, because they yank that wand out of this like
Yeah,
troll
bogeys.
bogeys.
Bogies. Yeah, that was. I noticed that
How
too.
dare they be European?
How dare
Yeah,
they
how-
be born in a different part of the
In
world?
Europe, the nerve.
How dare they?
I'm so glad we seceded.
How un-American of them.
Or not broke free from them.
Revolted.
Revolted. America.
We'd be out here saying philosopher. You kidding me?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Who says that?
Thank goodness we won this.
So Ron says he knows a spell from his brother that can turn his rat yellow. He's like, yeah, let's see it. Hermione walks in and is like, oh, you're doing magic. Let's see then. It's this little frizzy-haired, adorable little girl. And he does the spell, does nothing, and she's like,
He should have just fucking killed that rat right
I
there.
mean,
Should have,
It
yeah.
didn't do anything, but it scared the shit out of the rat. We'll say that, because he jumped and ran. So,
Hermione only knows a few simple spells, but they've all worked. She sits down in front of Harry, jams a wand in his face.
Avada Kedavra.
Avada Kedavra, kills him, credits.
Yep.
done.
He didn't live through that one. He's just got a second scar.
Double lightning bolts.
This is Hermione's scar. This one is Voldemort's. A piece of her is also in me now.
Giggity.
Horcrux.
Giggity.
What a hork.
She's a horologist.
Her mother was a Horcrux.
She was
Your
more,
mother was a Horcrux.
She was more. But what was it? It was more. She was more horizontally.
Horizontally reclined.
I got the wrong down mode.
Yeah. No, you got the right
Your
one.
mother was a Horcrux.
Your mother was a Horcrux. Stuff that in your muggle hole.
You sounded like Robert Baratheon from Game of Thrones right there, and it sounded exactly like his mother was a whore with a fat ass. You know that?
Your mother was a dumb Horcrux with a fat ass. You know that?
So I gave her my wand.
Oh, perfect.
There's our Twitch ban. All right.
We're kicked out now.
You guys are good.
Touch me wand.
Oculus Reparo is the spell. She fixes his glasses. They hit it off. They're all good friends. It's cool.
Best friends forever now.
BFFs. BFFs, MF.
After that, though, you'd be asking if she could fix all kinds of shit.
All kinds of stuff, dude.
Like, oi, me boot. It's a
I mean,
bit. It's
they
a bit
kind of
naked.
do. They kind of do.
You
Like,
want
to
to
fix
do?
everything.
I don't want to get into the second one, but like Ron's wand.
robot.
But it kind of saves us in the end of that one. I'm not getting there, but
She fixes things, and they definitely cheat off of all of her papers.
I mean, you would think.
that all of them.
Oh,
I think
It's a good move.
I think they say it in the movie that the parchment is enchanted so that you cannot cheat on the tests.
That's
Just the
specific
test.
test, though. I think.
yeah, I think everything
That
else
was like a
they
finals.
cheat
Why
on.
wouldn't they do that to all the tests though? If it's just that simple, you know.
Then
You would
school would
think.
be hard.
And you'd have to like think.
Oh, careful.
Tippy table.
Jam it in your face. A little closer in your face.
All up in your face. Go on, get it. There you go.
I don't think that's Twitch appropriate, actually.
No, probably not.
That'll get you fucking banned right there.
Anyway,
I'll find out.
Back to
we'll
it.
find out. The train pulls up on Hogwarts, and I think this is our first shot of the entire castle as we go through Loch Lake and take the boats up Loch Lake.
2001 spec. It's pretty good though.
Also-
pretty good. I'm not gonna
I think the
lie.
wiring's up to code in that bad boy. Probably not anymore.
Like how you got to take a train, and then a boat, and then a horse to get to Hogwarts. Takes
I
quite
mean,
a bit to
hey,
get
it is
there.
what it is, but
Takes a while to get there.
Must have built it right because that place was sick.
I would love to live there, dude. Like, that is like. When I was a kid, that was like my fucking.
Hogwarts
Like
is one of the
dream.
coolest fictional buildings to be fully
I still want
realized.
to check out. They have like a Hogwarts thing at like Disneyland or
Yeah, and
Disneyland.
apparently
Universal, I think.
Yeah, I wanna
Apparently
check
they
that
went
out.
all out. Like they tried recreating the thing
Oh yeah,
like
I definitely want to check
They
it out.
added-
mostly 1-to-1.
they
We
added
should go there.
like on the grounds. They added like Hagrid's hut. Like it's actually an actual like walk.
Yeah, they're like trying to recreate the, which is the way to do it. to
Yeah,
be fair,
dude.
If you're gonna do
They
it,
could put up a forest behind it all.
And maybe, just maybe, the prize for watching this show is going to be, ticket to go see it.
oh,
maybe.
Fuck! Well,
Maybe.
What, can
I
win
can either
this
confirm or
prize?
deny.
or they give you like a broom that flies.
I can. I can deny.
Shh, don't tell me. Let's just give it a watch.
We got a cool prize though. That's
We do have a cool prize. It is.
We meet up with McGonagall, who collects all of the first years and tells them all about the houses. We got Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Slytherin. And we also introduced to Draco Malfoy here. When we say Slytherin, it shows him. He's a little jerk.
The
Snake.
most horribly blonde dyed hair I've ever fucking seen.
Ooh.
So yellow.
If a snake
He looks
was
like a
human,
banana.
he'd be slithering right up in.
He'd be one of those like
Slytherin.
pythons, like
Mind if I
the banana
Slytherin?
Mind
pythons,
if I
you know?
Slytherin?
Mind if I slither in, girl?
Slytherin them DMs. Yeah.
Because you're dumble adorable.
Oh man. Oh man. You gonna make me blush.
Knee slap.
Anyway, Malfoy talks a bunch of shade here. He's like, "Oh, you got red hair and a hand-me-down robe. You must be a Weasley."
Ooh,
Classist.
damn.
Hurtful.
We immediately don't like him. Harry's like, I think I can choose my own friends. I think I can.
I'm
Well,
rich.
first he was trying to be nice.
I'm rich.
I'm rich.
I'm rich, bitch.
Talk about
Yeah,
this roll,
well-
I'll buy up 20.
To begin with, yeah,
Gosh.
Malfoy wanted to, recruit Harry into his gang, and it seemed like, but then he's like, yeah, you're kind of a jerk, so I'm good, and I'm also rich.
And I'm also.
Richer than you and your dad.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know about
Unconfirmed.
that.
They got money. But
They got fucking money. The Malfoys, they loaded for sure. Look at how they're dressed every time you fucking see them.
well, you get to see their like mansion at some point too. But
What's his dad's name? Like Lucius.
Lucius?
Lucius.
She is, yeah.
It's actually an Airbnb. They don't tell you, but it's listed in the credits. Yeah.
they rented it, so
They're just trying to
Voldemort
front
got
on
to kick
Harry.
it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys ever watched Avatar: The Last Airbender,
Yes.
but General Zhao in the first season,
Yes.
the firebender guy that
Asshole. Yeah.
is voiced by Lucius Malfoy, the same actor.
Oh.
What?
You know, I didn't like him.
So,
Interesting.
You know, I
another
friggin'
little
hated that guy.
fun fact.
Cutler Beckett.
Of course he's evil.
Cutler Beckett.
They're back.
Here we're introduced to the sorting hat. Everybody sits down, you put the hat on your head, and it sorts you into a house. Hermione goes up, she's sorting into Gryffindor, so is Ron. The hat doesn't even touch Malfoy's head before he's like, Slytherin! and then we come up to Harry, who's like sitting there like chanting, like, not Slytherin, not Slytherin. And the hat is like a dick move here from the hat, because he's like, not Slytherin, eh? Like screams it.
And everybody's just
just like.
And everybody from Slytherin's like, why, dude? I just thought that's so funny.
Dude, our color is green. Green's a cool color. What's up?
Places Harry in Gryffindor, of course. Same
I
as
like how he like tries to talk him out of it at first too. He's
like,
just
you could do great things in Slytherin, man.
You could do it. You could
You
talk
could totally
to
kill
snakes,
everyone,
man.
bro. Just think about it.
I mean, if you think about it though, like Slytherin, like just because you're in a Slytherin house doesn't mean like you're bad. It just
No, it definitely does.
well, there's
You're
still
fully
kids
embezzled.
in Slytherin that aren't like fucking
True.
douchebags.
Yeah, we just don't see them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
see-
just
We only see assholes.
I think we see like Romilda Vane or whatever in the 5th one, Slytherin.
The only successful
And
people.
we'll get
in
to
Slytherin
that.
are
Oh, yeah,
We're gonna get to that.
We're gonna have to
dude.
talk about that.
We're gonna get to
I
that.
was gonna say Cedric Diggory, but he's from a completely
He's
different
He's
school.
Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff.
I thought he was from a different school.
Oh, he's Hufflepuff.
He's the Hufflepuff.
Love that Pokemon.
Oh, he's a glue eater. He's a glue eater. Hufflepuffs. We call them the glue
The
eaters.
glue eaters.
How'd you learn that?
You
Is that
better
where
hope.
you were?
What?
Is that where you were?
Fuck no, I'm a
So
Ravenclaw,
next week-
bitch.
So next week I'm gonna give you guys homework because we're gonna take the tests again and see where we're at. And then next week I'm gonna make one of us a point master so that every time like you say something I like or something, I can be like, that's 10 points to you.
Hey.
Or I can take them away. Give
Mine
it
is
a-
definitely
Five
taking
to
away.
everybody.
We're taking them away.
We're gonna start at 100.
Hufflepuff is at a negative 312.
If Michaela's Ravenclaw, we're gonna be a negative 350 by the end of like the Goblet of Fire.
Why are you a Hufflepuff? Is that what you were?
I don't know what I am yet, but we're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out when you
We're gonna
test.
find out when I test.
I haven't taken the test. I just know I'm in.
We go through the rigmarole of school here. We're late to McGonagall's class. She transfigures into the cat, busts him. Snape makes Harry look like an idiot, and I always like this part because Snape yells at Harry once, and then he's like, "That guy's evil."
That guy does bad things, and I'm gonna figure out what bad things he does.
Like,
For the
I'm like,
whole
a teacher yelled at you once, and now you're just like, oh, that makes me laugh.
I know.
Doesn't even
Kids.
know yet that he had the hots for his mom. But if he did at that time, probably would have just fought him.
Have you seen
Straight
Lily
up.
Potter, dude? Who didn't have the hots?
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoilers, bruh. What's the matter with you?
Yeah, spoilers for one of the most watched fucking series in the
Yeah.
entire fucking planet.
Ever.
You know what?
Also,
Can we use spoilers?
That's besides the point. I try to avoid them for like the very ends.
spoiler that may or may not be true. Jenny might be his sister. Who knows?
Probably.
Cannot confirm or deny.
Snape was the best, for sure.
Agreed.
Probably.
We get to Quidditch class. I really like this scene because everybody's learning how to do the brooms, and Harry immediately is just like
the best,
up.
obviously.
And Hermione's like, I love the looks on her face when somebody's better at something
Good
than
at
her.
something magical.
She's like, what?
She's like, excuse
This sucks.
me.
They get on, and then Neville starts to lose control, flying up. He's getting whipped all around, and then like dives through them all, shoots up, and gets caught on like a statue, falls to the ground, breaks his wrist.
That shit was
He
so
goes
bad.
off to the house.
You don't see Neville come into a frame without like getting fucked up in like within the next couple minutes.
Neville's like on the Jackass crew.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Dude,
some
he's-
always go out.
He is
Oh, yeah.
literally.
And this is
He is
brimstone.
literally the fucking Dave England of
Yeah.
of Harry Potter.
In a scene before this, he gets a Remembrall, which the smoke turns red inside of it if you've forgotten something. He's like, I can't remember what I forgot though. And in that scene, Neville's the only person in the entire Great Hall who isn't wearing his robe.
So
Implied that that's what he forgot.
Oh, I did not notice that.
And his pants are gone.
his pants were gone.
He stands up when his cheeks are just hanging
But
out.
he was sitting at the table, so we didn't get to see below, the belt.
Forgot to button me shirt. Puts the top button on, stands up, his pants are gone.
Dave's just up.
Oh, that's so funny. At some point, we see Harry's weird finger toes at some point, too.
Oh yeah, he pointed that out to me, and I was like, "Why did
Really?
you point it out?" Because now it's all I can think about.
Like when he's looking out the window when he first gets to Hogwarts, his like feet, he's like barefoot, and he's got like long, like weird finger toes.
I
dude.
thought it was
It's-
the scene where he's like writing a letter, and it's just his foot holding,
holding the bed,
doing cursive,
like an orangutan.
I didn't know that was his foot.
wrapped around
Perfect.
the quill.
Oh man!
What?
No, it's not real. That
It's
didn't
not
happen.
joking.
It's like,
Yeah, that was his foot.
Not
like,
real,
what
but I
movie
can
was
see
that?
Neville drops his Remembrall, and Malfoy picks it up, and Harry's like, give the head, Malfoy! He's like, come and get it then. Flies around, chases him a bit, and then he like throws it off, and Harry real swiftly and professionally catches it, flips around. McGonagall sees this, and she's like, okay, I see.
it. You were the
Nice.
youngest seeker in a century.
they come back down and he's got the remember and everybody's cheering like he just freaking killed Voldemort. Like,
I was thinking about that. Everybody in the group is cheering. I'm like, where's Malfoy at? He's not
Yeah,
cheering.
even the Slytherin people were cheering.
Even everyone in the whole group was cheering. No, there was nobody not cheering.
But McGonagall catches him, brings him back to...
Professor Quirrell.
But, yeah. Grabs, what's his name?
Captain Wood.
Right, but what's his first name?
Oliver Wood.
Oliver Wood, that's what it is. Yeah, grabs him from Quirrell's class. I like, before you get to Quirrell's class, you just hear inside the class, it's like... and then you, like, walk in the class and he's, like, holding an iguana. What's up?
What's,
What?
He's like, can I steal Captain Wood from you? And he's like, oh yeah, sure. And then they leave the room and it immediately goes back.
What class was that?
Defense Against the Dark Arts.
Defense Against the Dark Arts. But yeah, if you watch that scene again, like before they want to go, and then he's just holding an iguana. It's so funny.
I want to know the secret.
I don't know how I never
meaning of
noticed that. I've never noticed that.
That's his favorite
Oh
part.
god, we gotta go back and watch
I have
that.
to go see that again now, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's just one of my favorite parts of the movie because it's just so like in cue for like horror.
Isn't the iguana making a noise?
We don't know.
It's gotta be.
Like we don't know what it is. It's so
Oh
funny.
my god.
It's an iguana pig?
But McGonagall has found Gryffindor a new seeker. So Oliver Wood takes Harry out to the Quidditch field and opens up the chest to show him the balls. We've got 2 bludgers, a quaffle, and a golden snitch, which is a really cool little gold ball. He loves it for now. It's wicked fast and hard to catch.
Wicked.
But if you catch
Wicked
the golden,
fast.
if you catch the golden snitch, you get 150 points and the game ends.
Doesn't mean you win,
Doesn't mean you win.
but you get 150
If
points.
you're down by 200 points and you
Yep.
catch the snitch, it just ends the game.
You can never lose catching a snitch.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, you can get your ass beat, bro.
Victor Crumb.
Victor Crumb did it,
Victor
yeah.
Crumb did it.
Yep.
They were
That's
down like
That's
300 points or something.
It was like 300 to like 40, and he went and caught the snitch. So
Just
the
to end the
ended
game, just
at
to end the
190 to 300, and they lost.
Y'all fucking took my joke.
No, just all snitches.
I didn't even hear you
I
say.
missed it.
All
I-
snitches.
Oh, awesome.
All snitches get stitches.
You
made
never
a
lose when you
fucking-
catch a snitch.
That's what I said. I was like, yes, you do. You get your ass beat.
Now I
Well,
know what he's
the
talking
snitch
about.
does.
and I do have
The
to say,
snitch does. Like we don't. We
don't
get
wanna-
to beat the
You
snitch.
don't want to be the
Oh.
snitch, otherwise you end up down Harry Potter's throat.
I'm sure there's
It's
a
like I
lot
just
of
shouted
people
it.
that want to be there, but
Yeah, next thing you know, your meat wand is in Harry
Yeah.
Potter's throat.
oh,
Wand.
Potter bogies.
You want to touch me, wand?
Potter bogies. I'll go home.
So at some point, they're all heading back to the dorms. Ron, Hermione, and Harry, and the staircase starts to move on them. Moves over to the 3rd floor, which is forbidden, as said in the beginning. I glossed over that.
Let's see what the die must paid for that.
But they open the door. They're in a weird, spooky corridor. Filch comes up, so they bail and run away. Find a locked door. We aloha more of that Selma gun.
We'll see Fluffy.
Open it up, and we see Fluffy, the 3-headed dog, which is amazing CGI. Now
Beautiful.
it's rough.
I love how they could barely like fit all 3 of the heads on that body. They're like,
I loved Fluffy. I had a toy of Fluffy when I was a kid.
I did too.
I loved him to death.
I bought a Lego set my mom bought me a Lego set when I was tiny, dude. I mean small, and it had
I mean,
the
so-
leftovers of a Harry, because it was a giant tote full of Legos all the way from the 80s, and it had that, had all the Harry Potter crew, had a bunch of other discontinued stuff, and I
Some Star Wars stuff in there. He had a Fluffy
Yeah,
sitting on a
dude.
Death Star.
Yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, dude.
I have no idea where it went to, and it breaks my heart because I love those Legos. Confession session.
I bet old Lego sets like that, man. I bet they're hard to find nowadays, and if they are, they're
Yeah, we bought it from some old guy. The whole
Actually, I was
tote.
gonna say that the first Harry Potter game that I played was Lego Harry Potter on the PS2.
Those Lego games slap.
Dude, they really
I
did.
played the Harry Potter game on PS2. I think it was the Prisoner of Azkaban one. That one was
They were all
fucking
pretty solid.
hard.
I'm not gonna lie to
It
you.
was hard.
Yeah,
Dude, get this.
Really hard.
My mom and aunt stayed up playing the PS2 original Harry Potter game until like 3, 4 a.m.
Oh, yeah,
for
absolutely.
like 2 weeks straight when I was a toddler.
That game was difficult, dude.
Not a toddler. Well, 2001. I was born in '94, so I was young enough. But yeah, they stayed up
Well, oh, wait,
forever
boy.
playing that.
Oh, baby.
It's the only game I've seen them ever play. Period.
Nice.
And they were up till 4 or 5 a.m.
Man.
Must have been good. I'm
Memories.
curious.
Memories.
It's got my attention.
Memories, man.
One of the
So
class stuff has it.
at some point we go back and this is where we get the Hermione line. Before you guys come up with another idea to get us all killed or worse, expelled, she needs to get her priorities in order. She's probably about the best actress.
What a fucking nerd, dude.
Best kid actress. Yeah, dude.
She said she's such.
She's never gonna punch anybody in the face.
I would totally, like,
Oh,
honestly,
yeah, you're right.
like, if I was Ron or Harry, I'd be like, shut up, you fucking nerd. Like, okay, maybe not, because she's so cute. How can you?
I mean, maybe. At some point, we do get a Quidditch game here, I think, and then Harry's broom starts freaking out, acting like it's bewitched. And we see that Snape is over in the crowd, looking up at Harry, not breaking eye contact, chanting something. Hermione's like, bruh.
Bruh.
Don't like that one, huh?
Okay, just making sure that wasn't going to fall.
No, it was catching the window light, making her really dim.
Oh, I gotcha. Fair
Get
enough.
More towards her.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, Snape staring at Harry, not breaking eye contact, chanting something, so Hermione goes under the bleachers, lights his robe on fire, causes a disruption, everybody gets knocked over, Professor Quirrell's behind him, everybody gets knocked over.
He looks a little disappointed. I wonder why.
Yeah, I can't imagine why. Harry gets control of his broom again, and then we see the snitch. He catches the snitch in his mouth, but does like a weird...
Takes a nice,
That
fantastic tumble
part
off the
where
broom.
he stood up on the
It's-
broom
it's
like that
dope.
was ballsy. That was ballsy.
It's baller,
Bro,
dude.
you're going like fucking 70 miles an hour.
I see you're ballsy, and I raise you another balls term, baller, dude. I think it was baller.
And then he had some balls in his mouth.
He had some balls in his mouth, dude.
Ball in his mouth.
Also, that scene with Snape is probably one of the most important ones in the whole movie for his character specifically.
Specifically, yeah.
Like, of things you remember from the movie, that's one of the, probably up there on the top.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
And it tricks you into thinking
kind of like
something else.
spoiler, I guess, for a
which
little
is-
bit later in this movie. The fucking what's his face turban guy.
Yeah, kind of reveals that.
He reveals
And
that
it shows
Snape
him
was
knock him
trying-
over,
Well,
but
he's-
only for a second.
He sees him thinking he's about to see
you know?
Snape, and he's like, not Snape?
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
I was actually under the impression they didn't reveal that until a later movie. But they reveal more as all
Right,
the
more
movies
as we go
Yeah.
on.
But I thought that
We'll
was
learn
one
lots
of the...
about Snape as we go.
Yeah, I thought that was one of the things they waited on.
He's probably, I think, one of the
Five-
best characters. in
5 is a real big one for Snape,
Yeah.
and then obviously 6 and 7, obviously.
He's great. He's my favorite character in the movie.
Yeah.
I think he's a
And Alan Rickman, dude. Oh, chef's kiss.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Chef's kiss.
R.I.P.,
Also
man.
handpicked by J.K. Rowling. So.
She loved him so much in Die Hard.
No, she just saw how big his schnoz was and was like, perfect.
I liked him a lot in 9 Inch Nails.
Huh?
You'll have to Google that.
You have to Google that.
Oh, does he
Anybody
look like...
confused by that statement can Google it, and
Just
they'll
Google it.
immediately
Okay.
understand.
Never
Immediately.
mind.
They're in the Flitwick's class where they're trying to do Wingardium Leviosa. Ron can't get it. Hermione.
Leviosa.
Leviosa.
Leviosa. He was saying it wrong. There's not an R at the end of it, Ron.
Because you're stupid and you can't read good.
Like, she's just trying to help him. But they get out of class, and of course Ron's just like, God, she sucks, dude. That's why she ain't got no friends, dude. She sucks. And she hears it, of course, and runs off.
Well, I totally want her.
Man, I should start making fun of her. I might like have babies with her someday.
Oh, imagine that.
It's more than
12-year-olds have emotion, Michaela. Weird.
His little fucking wee-wee wasn't doing shit yet, okay? He
When
was
you're
like,
12,
fuck that bitch.
He was
Don't
thinking
even
about
get it.
Huh? Huh? What?
Go hang out with the 12-year-old boy.
Oh,
Wait, don't
No,
do
you
that.
just
Don't
don't.
do that.
Yeah,
That's
you
illegal.
don't. Yeah, you don't.
That's
don't,
illegal.
don't go hang out with a 12-year-old.
Whoa!
I digress. That statement.
We're sitting in the Great Hall. We're all talking, and we're wondering where Hermione is. She isn't there. We're like, oh, she's up in the second floor girls' bathroom crying all freaking morning because she's 12 and has emotions, and the only friends that she has just said that she doesn't have any friends. So I kind of feel for her. I'm like, dude, it sucks to be 12 thinking you have friends, and then those friends are like, that's not our friend.
She probably got
Sounds
her
very
period.
close to home.
Did she get her period? What?
Don't they-
What did you just say?
There's wizards. They just magic that thing
sounds
away.
very close to home.
Oh.
When he's talking
really
about
shouldn't.
it.
I have people. There might be people
Might be
watching
all
this
his
podcast
12-year-old
who
friends.
we're referring to, so let's not bring that up.
What? I'm lost.
I'm so confused.
You're the only
Moving
one.
on.
You're the only one.
Anyway, it's all calm. We're all having dinner. We're like, man, maybe we should give Hermione some space. And then Quirrell comes busting in the hall.
Classic.
Thought you ought to know. And then passes out on the
Being
floor.
all scared, you ain't got no stutter right now.
Dude, I love
For
the
that being
fucking
so-
extra you get with all of it.
Why is it not on a t-shirt? That's like the only phrase I haven't seen on a t-shirt.
It needs to be.
When you were doing the
When you go to
fucking
Walmart.
Captain Salazar shit, like,
Oh,
I was
Yeah,
like,
that Salazar
I'm
stuff.
over that one.
And then the Mickey Rourke yell from Iron Man 2 is like, people seem to really like that one
Been
too.
there.
On Monday, dude in the Twitch chat was just like, "Hey Kyle, do the yell that he does in
Do the
Iron Man."
Mickey Rourke.
Yeah, do the Mickey Rourke. So he did it like that.
You ever just be in a cold shack in Siberia and your dad fucking dies?
No, that's just me on a Monday.
Every Monday.
Troll.
Trolls in the dungeon.
Troll in the dungeon.
Everybody starts panicking, but Dumbledore screams, and he's like, everybody be escorted politely back to your room in order. Ron and Harry are like, bro, Hermione doesn't know. We should go tell her.
Yeah,
So let's go to the girls' bathroom and enter the girls' bathroom and tell her that there's a troll.
They didn't give a shit about her. They just wanted to go to the fucking girls'
I
bathroom.
bet they did.
That was more
What's that
intense than
in
fighting
here?
a troll.
Everybody's going back to the rooms. Teachers are going to fight a troll. Let's go see what Hermione's doing in the bathroom.
Maybe it was gender neutral.
hell
Let's be
yeah,
fair here.
we turn the corner and the troll's walking down the hall towards the girls' bathroom. They're like, crap. Cut to Hermione. She's coming out, washing her hands. She looks up and the troll's sitting there. And this troll looks bad.
He's trolling hard.
Oh, this troll looks bad. I demand we go back and just fix this troll. Keep Fluffy the same, but fix that troll and make it look okay.
That actually made me have
God.
the thought. I'm like, what about like a Harry Potter remaster?
You know, if they would fix
Like,
the
only-
lighting on
only
it,
the
if they
CGI.
if they would fix the lighting on it,
Probably do a lot.
It breathed new
it's
life
still
into
really
it.
cartoony looking. But if they would just, like run it through the fucking like the fucking what is it?
Put an Instagram filter on it. It'll be fine.
You can forgive it though. It's 2001.
Yeah.
Actually, I was thinking towards the end. I was like, this is actually pretty impressive for 2000.
For 2001.
Aside from like Jurassic
Like the
Park.
bad one for me is Hagrid's like brother in like the 5th or 6th one.
Right.
Why does he still look like the troll in the first one?
They probably did that intentionally.
Well,
But,
it was trash.
but Harry and Ron bust in. Hermione's hiding under the sink. The troll's busting everything up, scaring her. Harry jumps on its head, jams his wand in his nose. It's whipping him around and hitting him by the leg. And he's like, do something! And he's like, what? Anything! And Ron is like, alright, I got this. And, of course,
Wingardium
Hermione helps him with the
Leviosa.
Wingardium Leviosa. Nice little callback. He gets it and drops the club on his head and knocks it out. Knocks it out cold.
Damn.
Takes his wand out and goes, ooh, troll bogeys.
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 All the teachers run in. Snape has got a cut on his leg that Harry notices. He's like, covers it up
He
real
goes-
quick. It was a little ominous. I'll give him that.
You should want to know that he's into some freaky things and he didn't want Harry to know.
Hermione takes the blame, and McGonagall gives both of the boys some points for sheer dumb luck.
-5 and then +10.
Mm-hmm. So +5.
Quick math.
She couldn't have just
Quick
said
math.
0. 5 points.
So after a trip to Hagrid's, they learn that the
Everything they need to because he
everything they need to. They learn that Dumbledore and Nicholas Flamel created the stone. Shouldn't have said that.
Should not have said that.
Should not have said that. And then they're like, yeah, there's a 3-headed dog guarding it, man. He's like, Fluffy? Fluffy wouldn't hurt a fly. He's mine. Shouldn't have said that.
Only 2 people know how to get
Said
past
that.
Fluffy. That's me and Dumbledore. I should not
I
have
should
said
not
that.
have said that. So
I've
they
been in
learn.
my basement. I should not have said that.
Should not have said
Should
that.
not have said
That
that.
hut has basement? That hut's probably got a creepy basement.
Hagrid?
Yeah. Probably got a creepy hut basement.
Got a few people in it.
You would think.
Probably not any dead people. Well, maybe to feed his
He's
collection
probably
of
just
weird
got
pets.
like random animals down there that he keeps down there. to
Yeah,
hide
but he's
people.
probably got feeding people. Like some of those things probably eat people.
I mean, if they're dead, do they count as people still?
Nope, not at all.
There we go.
We suspect that Snape is trying to steal whatever is in the floor, which is the Sorcerer's Stone, but we don't know anything about Nicholas Flamel. because all the books we've been reading don't have anything. Hermione's like, well, we haven't read anything in the restricted section. And we're rubbing off on her, dude.
I laughed really hard when they
Into
said
a
that,
bad
to
chick.
be honest.
The restricted section?
I totally forgot about that line in the movie.
Restricted. Have you checked the restricted section? No, it's where they keep all the fucking porn, baby.
Just stay away from the picture books. Them ain't no pictures you want to
And that's where they keep 50 Shades of Grey, all that good shit.
All that stuff. All that stuff.
Hufflepuffs unrobed.
Huffle pumped.
Oh, fuck, we're terrible people. Moving on.
Yep. Anyway.
Slytherin into her Gryffindor.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so Christmas time comes, Harry gets a gift. And he's like, I've never had a Christmas gift before. It's great.
That's so fucked up.
It's kind of, it's a little sad, but it's a robe. He puts it on and his head's just floating there. He's like, Ron's like, bloody hell, it's an invisible robe.
I love that they call back to this in the last movie.
Yeah.
And sorry.
It's not just an invisibility.
It is because there's a lot of invisibility cloaks,
Yeah.
but his is the one.
The one.
Yeah.
Because we'll get into it when we get towards the
Reebok. That
Hollows
says
and stuff.
Adidas on
I
it.
cannot fucking wait.
I'm so excited for more.
I got so hyped that I watched the ending to part 1 because that ending to part 1 is so fucking badass. It
It's
was
good, man.
it's my favorite ending to every. Well, besides the last one.
It was alright.
Yeah, it was really good.
Decent, whatever.
So Harry uses the book to sneak into the forbidden section.
The cloak?
The cloak, yeah, the book.
One cloak
Yes.
to rule them all.
Doesn't find anything, but
You can find it.
Filch finds him, so he drops his lantern and runs back. He finds the mirror of Erisad hidden away in a room, looks into it, and it's his parents. It's real. It's kind of sad because they dead. Goes and gets Ron, and he's like, Ron, you gotta come check this out, bro. Takes him to the mirror, and Ron's like, I'm the Quidditch World Cup winner. Blah! Real stupid vain shit.
My hair's not red anymore.
It's not red
I'm
anymore.
blonde.
Oh, I have as much money as you, Harry.
Look at me, Pekka.
It's giant. Oh, it's like Future Man.
Oh,
I don't know if you ever watched Future Man, but
I've seen the first episode of Future Man, but
Yeah, same.
it's like the best show on Hulu.
really.
One of them. Oh, it's great. Anyway,
One of them.
this isn't Future Man in review, but it's so funny. The mirror shows you what you desire most in the world. If you were an accomplished man who was happy with everything, you would look in the mirror and only see yourself. As Dumbledore explains to Harry later on, the mirror will be moved because people have gone mad sitting in front of that thing, so try not to dwell too much on the past. Let's roll right into the ending sequence here because I think we're getting close here.
Sidetracked.
Oh wait, about the mirror. His parents touch his shoulder. Can he feel that, or can he not?
He looked.
No.
He looked, and it
Well,
wasn't there.
Well, yeah, because
And then
he
he
went to
touched
go
it with
like
his hand.
this, and
I was like, now we have to go towards the ending because I want to know how that freaking the pocket thing happened. So let's move along.
Well, it's an enchantment.
yeah, let's
It's
jump
weird to
along
me,
here.
and I want to talk about that.
Yeah, so we decide that Snape is gonna make the move. We've talked to Hagrid, who's like, we've told him like, hey, Snape's gonna steal the Sorcerer's Stone. We need to stop him. How would he get past Fluffy? And he's like, Fluffy, whatever. He gets the dragon first.
Yep.
We skipped the whole detention scene. Too.
We did. I was going to say
Norbert.
they go into the forest and they see the unicorn.
Yeah, the unicorn
The
Get smacked.
Minotaur, or no, it's not
Centaur.
Minotaur.
Centaur,
Centaur.
Yeah.
kicks away
Friends.
the shaded figure. Malfoy runs away because they all got detention for being out too late at night.
I feel like that's where the director let the movie down.
I love how he was like, okay, well, I get Fang, and he's like, fine, he's a damn coward. He runs away when the
Yeah, he
fucking, oh
does.
my god, this is so funny.
Yeah, it was like one of the most intense scenes
Yeah,
supposed to be
Yeah.
in the movie, but they just kind of like wax over it, and then they're
to
on
the
the
point
next
where
thing.
we almost glided right over it without
It's like I
even
just
remembering.
saw a unicorn with its blood coming out.
Yeah, shouldn't that be more
something
intense?
floating that could
Unicorn
kill
blood
the
is-
Harry Potter?
Can we
like,
appreciate how unicorn blood looks too? Like that shit.
Oh, it's so metallic
it's
and
like
cool.
it's like liquid.
It looks like mercury.
Yeah, it's
Hate how it looks
I-
on his fingers, though. It's all
I
CGI.
feel like they took that from the movie, what's it called, Legend, from the 80s.
I don't think I've seen
It has fucking Devilman with the giant
That's
horns.
that's the
like-
one where Tom Cruise
bigger-
basically plays Link.
Right.
Yeah, that. There's also a
Yeah.
dead unicorn that has metallic, sparkly blood that's killed
I need to
by
see that.
the
It's been a
evil
long time since I've seen
forces.
that movie.
We're getting
So-
too sidetracked.
Yes, we are.
we need to get back
I'm just
on
drawing the
track.
comparison. I think
Yeah.
the comparison is
We're
No,
fine,
we get it.
we're
We're good.
fine.
I understand.
very bizarre.
It's revealed that a hooded figure gave Hagrid the dragon in exchange for knowledge about how to put mythical beasts to sleep. And he's like, well, I gave him a little knowledge. Like, for example, Fluffy, you play him a little music, he goes right to sleep. Shouldn't have said that.
Should not have said that.
Should not have said that. So they put it together. Snape's going to put Fluffy to sleep, and he's going to steal the Sorcerer's Stone tonight.
And then they run up on McGonagall, and McGonagall's like, yo, Dumbledore ain't even here.
Yeah.
Sorry. So they're like, uh-oh.
Sorry, bro.
We gotta do
We
it.
got to do it ourselves. So they go back up to the corridor where Fluffy is, who's sound asleep because there's an enchanted heart. But his paw's over the door, so they kick it up and move it, open the door, and they're like, all right, well, let's go. The music is stopped in the background as they're talking. And then, yeah, we
Big
get the
old
big
cum
drool.
wad on his fucking, just on his shoulder.
Just three-headed dog load on the shoulder.
Sorry.
Oh, that would have drowned all three of them.
Absolutely, man.
Oh my god, dude.
They jump down into the
Devil Snare.
devil snare to get away from Fluffy, and the devil snare starts to take him and choke him, but Hermione remembers in herbology that if you just relax, it'll let you go quicker, so she sinks through it all, and she's shouting up at him, and she's like, dude, I'm alive! Just relax. Harry does it, and Ron's like,
If you just
It ate
relax,
both of them.
if you just relax and just let it
just let it take you,
let
just
it take you.
don't fight it.
It's easier.
It's like life, man.
That's all what you did there. Okay.
This is a child's movie.
It's a child's movie.
Devil snare also hates
Okay, let's
sunlight.
talk about butt stuff.
Devil snare also hates sunlight, so since Ron won't relax, Hermione shoots a bunch of sunlight up at it, and it drops him.
And he says, good thing we didn't panic. Like the idiot that he is.
His asshole will
Exactly.
probably burn it after that.
We walk into the next room, which is a bunch of flying keys, and a locked door. Alohomora won't work on it. We need a big rusty key, and we see it flying around, and there's a broom enchanted in the middle of the room.
And we just happen to have one of the best seekers in 100 years.
Imagine that.
Whoa.
Harry
What do
grabs
you
the
know?
broom, and immediately the keys are on him, just tearing through him. He's flying around trying to get the big one, grabs it, throws it down at Ron and Hermione, who grab it, unlock the door, and then they all go through, and the keys like stab into the door after him. Cool shot.
I was just gonna say that was a pretty cool shot, actually, when all
Yeah.
the keys are just slamming right into the
Some
door.
of them are sticking, and some
yeah,
of them
they're
are
all
dropping.
just
I like
sticking
that
straight
shot.
in.
I did too.
It's also weird how they're just like, somebody's gonna figure out to get on this broom and get the rusty key and put it in the door.
Right.
Or maybe not ever.
Or maybe not.
Or
ever.
maybe Now we get to play a
lo
game
and
of
behold,
Wizard Chess.
The next one is the game of Wizard Chest. I got a lot to say about the Wizard
I
Chest.
got a bone to pick with this one.
Yeah, so I think we all do.
Do the pieces just replace themselves after every time that you go through?
Who
That's a good
cleans up
question.
afterwards?
Ooh, yeah.
Because also, Ron says, Hermione, go stand in the empty bishop square. Like, why was it empty?
Because he died.
Because he dies, I guess.
Apparently.
So Ron takes the knight. And
Why does he fucking get on it?
I
Why?
don't know.
Why does he? He does not have
Yeah,
to
the
get
pieces
on
over
it.
there.
For the record, it looks pretty cool.
Well, I was thinking maybe the empty pieces have to be filled by humans. Otherwise, the game won't function.
I don't want to be the bishop. I want to be the
It's a
queen.
sacrifice. Yeah, if you're gonna
Probably.
play the game, it's got to be a
But
sacrifice.
how would he? How the fuck would he know that?
Yeah.
The same way you
How would
know
this
to get on
11-year-old kid
He,
fucking know
he
that?
has the best
Same-
played game of chess.
Same way you
Hogwarts
know
has
And
to
that's
seen.
why Gryffindor got 50 points. So, yeah.
Same way you know to get on a broom and just fly around a room of keys and grab the rusty one. I mean, it's
Alright.
So we play the
Fair
game.
point.
We play the game and we realize it's real wizard chess. The pieces get shattered and broken as you play. Eventually, Ron decides that he'll attack the knight. He'll essentially sacrifice himself to open Harry up to check the king.
luckily
And
only
Hermione's like, what is he talking about? He's like, he's going to sacrifice himself. And Hermione's like, Ron, no, you can't.
Oh no!
You must be another way.
then it stages up and he swings
And he does. I mean, he gets yeeted off of this horse, dude. He's like, "Fuh!"
And his horse dies.
And the horse dies.
So Ron's fine.
Red Dead 2 style.
He was
but,
just
you know,
riding it for some reason.
Jesus Christ.
The horse literally gets stabbed through its side,
through its side.
and it sends Ron into a death spiral through the air with a just cold, visceral
I
impact.
like how Hermione's about to like sprint after him too, and he's like, "No, we're still
Yeah.
playing. Don't you move, dude." We win the game, and yeah, Ron at one point is like, "It has to be Harry, not me, not Hermione, you,
He wasn't wrong.
Yo.
you."
For once, he was right.
He was
It did
right,
have to be Harry.
but yeah, could you imagine Hermione like walking into the room and it's Quirrell?
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I'm here to beat you.
this is awkward.
Yeah, I was gonna say instant death spell right there.
Hermione probably could beat him.
Come here, smart girl. Help me out and find this
She's
stone. She goes, no,
determined.
and then he puts the fire up, and she's like, oh, shit, here we go.
Yeah, probably.
She'd waste his ass.
Harry goes into the final room as Hermione takes care of Ron, and who should we see but Professor
Stutters.
Quirrell.
Or as Harry likes to call him, not Snape.
Not Snape. He's like, wait, what? Who are you? Who are you?
No, Snape.
Snape has the stutter now.
Right.
Mr. Port.
Harry Potter.
Has a little bit of a tick.
So we're at the part now where I want to talk about this stone thing.
Fair enough. So
It makes me
he
angry.
looks at the mirror. He looks at the mirror and he's like, I see the stone in my hand, but why can't I get it? Where is it? And a voice behind him says, "Use the boy." Turns around.
Boy!
Use the boy.
Kill him!
You do pretty good. You do a pretty good Quirrell-Mort.
Corvalmort?
Corvalmort.
Corvalmort?
Quirrell-Mort.
What the fuck are we talking about?
He looks at the mirror. The reflection has the stone. Puts it in the reflection's pocket, and then winks at Harry. And he grabs his pocket.
Oh,
and
so that was,
stone-
that was a little creepy.
That was
Yeah,
what the fuck?
yeah, that little wing made me go, oh.
Yeah, I was like,
What, are you trying to fuck
it was like
yourself or
sentient.
what?
Yeah.
It's like,
Like,
whoa,
He
what
looked
are
a
you
little
thinking
evil.
about?
Yeah.
well, you ever see? Okay, so there's like this like thing in like a TikTok or something that I saw, and like this girl's just like standing there in the mirror and like she waves, and all of a sudden she turns around like this, and like she turns around, but the mirror version of her just looks at the camera. And I was like, oh, that's what it reminded me of. I
Totally
don't know.
real.
That's like a weird trend going on right now. I've seen a bunch of those.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
it's creepy. I don't like it.
Right.
Creepy, and I don't like it.
So the enchantment on the mirror is that the Sorcerer's Stone is hidden inside the mirror, and it can only be retrieved by somebody who wants the stone but doesn't want to use it.
Okay.
That was the enchantment.
Okay.
So that's how that
somebody says that out loud.
Yeah.
Too.
Dumbledore says that at the
Dumbledore
end.
does,
Yep.
Yep, that's right.
I think okay, now it all makes sense now.
Uh,
I forgot about that part.
so the voice behind Quirrell is like, "Let me see him." He's like, "Master, you're not strong enough." He's like, "I'll tell you who's strong enough."
Takes it off, and it's
Turban
Snape
off.
on the back of his head.
Goddamn head.
It's Snape on the
What
back
a
of his
twist!
What it is.
What a twist! Like behind Snape's head is Quirrell,
Yeah.
so he like puts his hair up and puts the turban on.
Yeah.
Jesus.
The
This is
CGI did
person.
not age well,
No.
unfortunately. For
And he had
that.
a nose.
He had a
So
nose, yeah.
weird.
Sorry, I got my ears
Well,
pierced
I mean,
recently, so they're kind of getting
Tom
irritated.
Riddle also
Yeah.
had a nose, so
Yeah, I'm sure at some point he just lost a nose.
I think it was when he well, spoiler, but when he comes back in like
Whoa!
Yeah, I would say maybe through physically degrading.
Whoa,
and
spoilers!
just slowly started losing like parts of him.
Get like the more
He has no
skeletal
ears,
feel.
right?
Who
No,
was
he
that?
has ears.
No ears,
he's
no
got
nose.
no
he's
ears.
got ear slits.
He's very
I think it's
snake-like.
Barely.
I think it's more for like a skeletal look. you
Or like
know,
a snake.
Well, I was thinking
He's
I was
very
thinking the same thing.
snake-like,
I was thinking the same
Exactly.
thing.
Yep. Yep.
Because
Good-
he like
good pull.
speaks in fucking like the.
Parcel tongue.
Yeah, so he's partially like
I
snake.
also speak fluent Barcelona, just so you guys know.
Design wise.
Let's hear it, baby. Let's hear it.
Just from seeing these movies. No, not till the next movie.
Okay, fine.
Then I'll say open because that's the only thing I know.
Alright, fair enough. Voldemort is like, hey man, I'm living off of this dude like a parasite, and the only thing that can help me get a body is conveniently in your pocket! And he tries to run away, and he's like, kill him!
Kill him!
Signal the fire!
I love Quirrell because he's always just like, come here! And then doesn't do anything, just holds his hand out.
And then Harry's just like,
Right?
Alright, I'll
Might
come
as
there.
well. You just gotta stand there. I feel bad for him.
He could have easily run through that fire.
Yeah. So he tries to kill Harry. Harry grabs his hand and it like turns to dust. What is this magic?
Love. It's love.
It's love.
That's love,
He's
baby.
like, "Just pay attention, get the stone. And Harry runs up and like smashes his face. And then his face starts turning into that dust. And Tanner was mentioning it's a cool shot.
It's creepy.
Well, like his face completely stops moving, but his body still moves
and then
towards
like,
you a
he
little
puts his
bit.
hand up, and like the face part isn't moving, but he's still coming towards him.
I always like that shot. It's always
Like
kind of
it.
like a horror kind of shot for
Yeah.
like a kid.
It scared the crap out of me as a kid.
For
You know what's
2001, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know what scared the
What they
shit out
pull
of me
off.
is like when he came into like that ghost form and he fucking just
Yeah.
shot right through him.
Yeah.
Like that
There
shit
was some
scared
scary
the
parts.
fuck
Good
out
thing
of
he
me.
was holding that stone.
The Philosophers.
How about that? How about that?
Yeah,
the spirit of Voldemort flies through Harry as he's passed out. He wakes up in the doctor's medical wing, and Dumbledore's standing right there. He's like, "Hey, thanks, dude. I'm gonna be honest. Our bad.
Yeah, bro. Sorry, we didn't mean to hire a dude with Voldemort on the back of his head as a teacher. That's my bad.
Our bad, dude.
I mean, you took a ghost through the chest, but you're fine.
Took a ghost to the chest.
Took a ghost in the shell, and it is what it is.
It is.
Hey.
Went back out of the shell.
Nice.
And it came back out of the shell. The stone has been destroyed, but that also means Nicholas Flamel will eventually die because I think the stone is what was keeping his life alive, right?
So you're pretty much screwed for about 7 movies.
Right,
That's what we're telling you,
essentially.
to be honest here.
Yeah, Dumbledore explains how they destroyed it, and then they kind of talk about the jelly beans for a second, and that's funny. He's like, I haven't had one since I had the
Jelly beans.
He's like, I haven't had one since I had the misfortune of getting a vomit flavored one, so I haven't eaten one since. Wonder if my luck will be better. Earwax.
Ghost flavored.
Cum flavor.
Meat one.
You should have known when it was white. Come on.
I thought it was ghost.
They need to make
It's either cum or coconut because it's a white one. Which one is it gonna be?
Oh my god. Pina colada.
He comes out of the medical
Oh
wing.
my
He sees
God.
Ron and Hermione are okay. They're up on the other level. He's like, "Hey, you guys good? Yeah, you good? Yeah, we're good. Hermione, you good? Yeah, I'm good. Ron, you good? I'm good. Harry, I'm good.
Oi.
We're good. Everybody's good."
Oi.
It is revealed here that, or with Dumbledore's talk, that when Lily Potter sacrificed herself to save Harry Potter, she infused him with the most powerful magic of all, which is love. And that's why when he touched Voldemort,
Hell yeah. He's love, baby.
Come get some of this love.
Hell yeah.
some of this love. Quick note that we passed over: when they were gonna go get Fluffy, Neville tried to stop him, and she straight up petrifies
Petrificus
him, dude.
totalis his ass.
Straight up petrifies him, dude.
He made more jokes about
This
that.
dude gets a
Fucking log, man.
He loses his toe in the beginning. He breaks his wrist in Quidditch practice. Malfoy puts his legs together in a leg locking spell. Then she Petrificus totalis his ass. This dude got screwed up the whole movie.
Oh, it's a whole series.
Yeah, the whole
Dude,
thing.
he gets
The whole
fucked
thing.
over. Dude, when
There's
your
that-
name is Longbottom, like, what the fuck
Yeah.
do you expect?
There's an edit where all the attacks are just Photoshop with a gun.
With a gun, yeah. I saw that one where Hermione shoots
Everybody
him.
just shooting
Neville,
everybody.
I'm really sorry about
Yeah.
this. Boom!
I need to see this now.
It's a good video.
Oh, it's
We'll
funny.
show him after the podcast.
But it's the ending ceremonies where we announce the winner of the House Cup. In last place is Gryffindor, and then Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Slytherin at number 1.
Which also didn't understand that. Pretty sure Harry was wrecking Quidditch, and all the points you get in Quidditch go to that.
That's what I was gonna fucking
Yeah.
say too.
So I'll get on there in
Let's
last
get in
place,
Quidditch,
but-
go to the house.
I mean, I know they lost 150 for being dumbasses, but whatever.
Right.
but at the same
Betrayal.
And Slytherin is all but ready to celebrate because they literally have already said that Slytherin is in the lead. And then Dumbledore's just like, actually,
last minute point.
I got some last minute points.
He pulled the Steve Harvey.
He gives Hermione 50 points for. I should have wrote these down because they are kind of nice. But
And her little smile.
basically, courage in the face
Oh,
of.
it was
the,
so cute.
Yeah.
Courage in the face of certain doom, and then Ron gets 50 points for
best played game of chess.
Best played game of chess.
Yeah, all the points given out were just only to those three.
Yeah.
Which I was like, hey,
Four.
come on.
Four.
Come on.
Four.
Neville gets
Oh,
gets
four, yeah.
Neville got
But,
10
Give
points.
somebody else a point.
10.
Just so you look like
Okay, but if you think about it though, Harry like literally fucking saved everybody in
Yeah.
that fucking castle from dying. He gave
I think
60 points.
I think that's worth like 1,000
Six-
points, you know?
60 points.
60
I was
points.
thinking.
But-
I was thinking 100.
But we come to my favorite line in the whole movie. It takes a great deal of courage to stand up to one's enemies, but a great deal more. I like the way he says more to stand up to your friends. So I award 10 points to Neville Longbottom, which puts him ahead by 10.
Loser.
And Gryffindor wins the House
Oh
Cup.
my god. This chair.
Holy fucking
Yeah,
shit!
I gotta forget to warn people about that chair.
It doesn't tilt well.
I just found out.
All right, well we'll just
I think a change of decoration is in order. And he switches everything to
Everything to
Gryffindor.
Gryffindor.
That was so fucked up. That was so
I'm
like you could not
ridiculous,
have
dude.
done that any other fucking time.
I'm like, that's whack.
We're
dude.
gonna, like, everybody else in the school has got to be like, he did not just fucking do that.
That is like
Gave
even
them the
teachers,
exact amount of points that
I
they needed to win by 10.
I
feel
hate
like
this
some of
room.
the teachers were like, "What the fuck, dude?" Like,
So all these kids from Slytherin get home, they're like, "Yo, Dad, Dumbledore's like racist or something." I mean, they're not going back next year.
The three of them saved the world. I get it,
Yeah.
but
They're snakest. And I'm not
yeah.
happy.
Well, okay, but that's they should have. The way I see it, they should have like tallied up those points before the fucking ceremony started because one, like you guys said, all the
Exactly.
decorations were fucking Slytherin. The whole fucking Slytherin fucking house is just like, yeah, dude,
we
that's
did it.
great.
Dumbledore was like, "All right, is everybody ready to
And you
go out?"
gotta
And he looked at
remember-
Malfoy and he goes, "I'm about to end this whole man's career."
way to look at Snape.
Well, you
Snape
gotta
is the head
remember
of
that not
Sorcerers.
everybody on that fucking team is Malfoy.
He was
Everybody
probably
else is
looking at
just like
Malfoy
little
when he did it.
kids.
Right.
And then they're just like,
So
oh.
If you think about it though, also like, had they not lost 150 points for like going out after curfew or whatever, 20 points was what it would have been, or 10 points would have made them even with Slytherin. 20 would have made it. They would have won by 10.
Yeah.
So it's just that one night that basically did it for him. So he basically gave him all the points back for that.
So if we would have just killed him, then we'll be fine.
Killed who? Malfoy?
No, the Harry Potter and Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger.
yeah,
Oh yeah, just kill him.
yeah, just
Just
kill him.
kill him. It's fine.
Kill them all.
It's fine. It's fine.
Roll credits.
Credit.
We're back at the train yard now. It's the end of the year. Everybody's headed home. Hagrid gives Harry a cute little picture book with a little moving picture of his parents holding him as a baby. I'm like,
Oh, that was so cute.
yeah, dude, you couldn't have given that to me like
When you
A while
fucking came
ago.
and got me,
Yeah.
like when my aunt was calling me a freak, like my freakish mother in a freak world, like an abomination.
Or
like,
shortly after I saw, Voldemort like just sucking a unicorn neck, like
Any-
risky.
at any point in time.
any other time.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, yes, I guess
Well,
it was
now
still
that
a
you
good
survived,
time. But,
I'll give you this.
Right.
I got a pee, so I'll be right back.
oh, well,
Fair enough.
okay.
Horrible of me, I know.
Anyway,
You're fucking canceled.
canceled. Jordan is canceled.
He's
He's not going to be on next week. He had to go to the bathroom once. That's not fucking allowed. I smashed one of these whole fucking things, and I'm already fucking a fourth of the way through this one. I ain't
We
gonna
could-
pee.
We can kind of tell that you smashed one of those things here.
Really?
Maybe just a smidge.
Sorry, maybe I shouldn't have drank
No,
this
it's-
podcast.
That's fine. You're good. Just
You
don't
guys
spill
are
it
fun.
on anything.
No, this is empty. I'm good. It's just it's
Hermione says it feels weird to be going home, and Harry's like, I'm not going home. Not really. And he looks back at Hogwarts as we pan out on the train, and the movie ends.
I can't believe that he is just like so okay with going back to the Dursleys, dude.
It's whack. He doesn't have a
What
choice.
other choice does he have, I guess? I mean,
Dude, I would have been like, Ron, please, fucking God, let
Tell
me
your mom
stay
to adopt
with
me. I
you.
have so much fucking
I mean,
money.
granted that happens later.
Think about it.
Granted that happens later on in the later movies,
Right.
but like, can you guys really tell that I'm like a little drunk?
no, you're fine.
Okay, I get a little.
You're
loud when I'm
fine.
drunk,
You're
so.
fine.
I also don't have my headphones on, so I can't tell how loud I'm being.
No, you're.
You're good.
We're just picking on you.
Dumbass.
Why?
I was
Hermione!
I thought Jordan was gonna pick up like a 6-pack for like everybody, so everybody could have some. But
Well, I don't drink.
That too.
oh,
Just so you know for the future.
Oh, I apologize.
You can, yeah, you can. Well, you don't apologize. You can just spend a little less money next time. So, I'm saving you money, dog.
Hell yeah, dog. I got some CBD if you want some of that. Like, that shit don't fuck you up, but make you feel good.
All right, Jordan's back just in time for some fun facts.
Fun facts, and we get to rank one movie.
One movie. This is always the easiest one because it's just, all right, Sorcerer's
just the one.
Yes, Sorcerers.
So, sir, some fun facts here. The late Robin Williams wanted to play Ruby as Hagrid in the films, even offered to do it for free.
Really?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, but it was a British-only rule. J.K. Rowling wouldn't hire anybody that wasn't British
That's
in this movie.
fucking racist.
Nationalist.
Yeah.
Racist bitch. And now she's having all these fucking weird fucking
So
sex
did she?
parties
Yeah, I was like,
with
didn't she
all
say like somebody from the cast, or not from the cast, but one of the characters was gay?
She
Dumbledore.
basically
Okay.
like started writing all these fucking crazy stories and shit.
Her
Like,
fault
oh, well,
he's
this
dead.
person is now fucking
right.
this person.
She's-
blah 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 blah. Like,
She's awful. Just fun fact in real life.
Yeah.
Horrible
Yeah,
person.
I've seen.
Horrible person.
agreed.
Fun fact number 2, Danny and Emma were meant to wear, so Danny Radcliffe and Emma Watson, they were meant to wear, he was meant to wear green-eyed contacts, and she was meant to wear big buck teeth prosthetics.
What?
So that they could be more book accurate, because he has green eyes in the book, and she's got big buck teeth to begin with.
Really?
But Emma Watson couldn't enunciate, couldn't speak,
Well,
with the buck teeth
I wouldn't
in.
be able to either.
And Daniel Radcliffe, got to the point where blood vessels were breaking in his eyes because he was wearing them for so long.
Yeah, dude.
So they just
I
decided-
can only wear these
Would
for
her
maybe
teeth
3 or
have
4 hours at
changed
a time.
throughout the series, or just been like that?
I think she grows into them as they get older. But
Well, I was gonna
Yeah.
say also her parents are dentists in the Muggle world, so
that's true. But
Fair
Holy
enough.
shit, that's right.
Yeah.
fun fact
Don't
number
play
3: they had to hang dead mice from Aunt Petunia's apron at the beginning of the movie so that the owls would look at her and not at the camera. You know, when all the owls are like surrounding them and looking at them,
Oh shit.
they had to hang
Oh
dead
my
mice
God.
on her apron.
Well, I mean, it's kind of fitting. She's.
No
I
wonder we
think
didn't
that
see no animals were harmed during this film at the end.
I would have just shoved them in her mouth.
God, see,
Oh,
that's
seems
like.
the actress is probably fine. I don't know.
See, the thing is with me, like, if I hate a character enough, I'm gonna hate their actor or actress too.
That drove the Joffrey dude out of acting.
Yeah.
He doesn't act anymore because of that.
Yeah.
That's why most actors are just
That's so
always
sad.
villains or just not.
He's such a good actor and such a good shit in Game of Thrones. It drove him out of acting.
And then you get people like Henry Cavill who could literally fucking do any role you give him.
Well, I was gonna say Ramsey Bolton went on to do Hitler after he did that, so that
Makes
works
sense.
out.
Yeah, yeah.
That checks out.
Oh, checks out.
Number 4, every scene that featured the phrase Philosopher's Stone, either spoken or written, had to be shot twice. Once with the actor saying Philosopher's Stone and once with them saying Sorcerer's Stone.
So which one's better?
I think a sorcerer and a philosopher should fight.
Well,
To the death.
I say Philosopher's Stone just because I'm a Full Metal Alchemist fan. So
I mean, me too, yeah.
I'm gonna say the sorcerer will be the philosopher. Doesn't
Uh,
one of them have magic and one
but
don't?
Sorcerer makes more sense, absolutely. But
Number 5, the first batch of Hogwarts acceptance letters. The graphics team had written every single one of them for the movie. They turned out to be too heavy for the owls to carry, and then had to write thousands of them again. They're all handwritten, all of those letters at the beginning,
F that.
and they had to do it twice.
So what? They take it from like a paragraph to good job and then like sign it?
I would have made a stamp.
Right.
why did you have to write on each one?
It's
To make it look authentic.
just
I'm
to make it
assuming.
look authentic, I guess. I don't know.
Sounds
Oh,
good.
you mean on the outside,
Yeah,
not on the inside?
yeah.
Okay, I was like, why
Mr.
did
Harry Potter,
I thought
the
you were saying
cupboard under the stairs.
inside of it was
No.
being written. I was like, why?
No, just the outside.
Jesus.
Yeah.
The cupboard
That's
under
what I
the
was
stairs with the
thinking.
poop bucket under the bed. They took the poop bucket part out.
Not the muggle hole!
The shuck it.
Number 6, one exception was made for the all-British cast. Do you guys want to take a guess at who it might have been?
Hold on.
Not
that
the
was,
black kid.
Hold on.
Why am I drawing a blank on which character that is?
I'm thinking.
It's not Neville, is it?
Nope.
Snape.
Nope.
No, it's not Snape.
McGonagall.
Nope.
Alright.
McGonagall's super
It's
fucking.
got to be that
British.
black kid that's screaming like crazy during the.
The Quidditch
Quidditch.
announcer? Not the Quidditch announcer, no.
No, she's British too.
Just
Son
because.
of a bitch. Wait,
Is
that's
it not- it's not Dumbledore, is it?
British.
No. Grip Hook, who was played by Vern Troyer, The
midget!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
He was the only American actor that was cast in
Vern
the movie.
Troyer's the fucking guy who plays Mini-Me in Austin
And
Powers.
even then, his
Wow.
his voice was dubbed over by Warwick Davis. They wouldn't even let him.
I was going to say, for
That
some reason I
is-
thought it was Warwick Davis.
Is that the British
Fucking
guy?
hilarious.
Yeah.
He's in the movie Willow.
Yep.
Holy shit, dude.
So yeah.
Well, that was a good movie.
Number 7, Harry Potter never actually casts a single spell in this movie.
What a loser.
What a
Yeah,
loser,
what
dude.
Dude, what a tool
Yeah, what a
bag.
fucking loser.
What a tool bag.
This book was rejected by publishers 12 times before somebody finally agreed to make a
Ooh,
deal.
I bet you they're fucking thinking, man, I fucked
I
up.
bet them 12 people were just like,
Idiots.
They could have been fucking trillionaires, dude.
Oh.
And lastly, in the book, we're told that 6 professors and the headmaster were tasked with setting up enchantments within the Hogwarts to protect the stone. In the film, we only see evidence of 5 of those. Harry, Ron, and Hermione encounter Hagrid's 3-headed dog. They get stuck in Sprout's devil's snare, chase after Flitwick's enchanted keys, and play McGonagall's game of Wizard's Chest. And, of course, Harry gets the stone from Dumbledore's mirror. The missing ones, though, is a battle with Professor Quirrell's second troll.
Okay.
The trio defeats the first one in the movie, of course. And
Right
then
off.
Professor Snape has a potion riddle.
Oh, that would have been kind of interesting.
Hermione figures that one out.
Oh, of course she does.
Oh.
And I believe it has something.
Fucking
I believe it has something to do with what he said to him in the classroom or whatever.
Oh, the first thing he says to him when he asks him like the 3 questions to Harry like right away, and then he was apparently famous and everything because he doesn't know any of them.
Huh.
Yeah.
And that's all I got for you guys. So, closing thoughts on this movie. What do you guys think about this movie after some like 25 years of not seeing it? Probably.
I liked it. I was happy. I was kind of like
I think you're,
like,
you're overestimating overestimating. I'm a little drunk. I'm sorry. Overestimating how old I am because
Well, it came out 20 years ago.
What are you like? 33?
I was born in '94. So I was okay. Help me with the math right now.
In 2001.
7. You were 7.
You were 7.
I was 7 and I saw that movie in theaters. So I was 7 years
9.
old. When I saw it when I was 7, like it was the most fucking like whimsical, like amazing, magical fucking thing I'd ever fucking seen. And
I'll never forget.
me either.
When it came out on DVD, our parents bought it for me and my sister. And like when we came home from school and we had Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone,
All your friends came over.
Oh, dude, no! It was
Oh.
in the DVD player, 24/7 on repeat. Like my parents hated that movie because it was just over and over and over and over and
Yeah.
over. We'd get done with it, we'd start it over. We loved that movie. To
That
death,
was me
and
with
my
Lion
sister.
King, but
Like-
in Mulan. But dude, I just I mean, now that I'm watching it now, it's a little hard to watch because of how aged it is.
Right. I can see when I'm watching it why I liked it, though. I
But
can see all
at the
that
same
magic.
time, like that really kicked off like my love for like like Lord of the Rings and like just like all like a bunch of
Right.
shit like that. Like I love like medieval type shit and like magic and stuff like that. Like and that's like this movie pretty much like kicked all that off for me. So
Weird.
I give it like probably a 7 out of 10.
Yeah?
yeah, that's a
Considering-
good score.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to be fair to it given its age.
Yeah,
You
I
can't
think
just
so,
expect
too.
it. And
To be
and
2021.
and it's the first movie. They had no idea if there were going to be more.
Yeah,
Or if
yeah.
it was even
It's okay
gonna-
if these kid actors suck.
Yeah,
We
if
have
it was
years
gonna
to make
work
them better.
at all. You never even heard of these actors,
Yeah.
let alone the whole franchise if you didn't read the books.
Right.
And so it was either do or die, and they
I
did
mean,
it.
the books were
and it
pretty
worked.
popular by that point.
Oh,
but
yeah, they were the best.
And I'm sure if you look at the budgets, especially for the first movie compared to the rest, it's probably like a fifth
Right.
of
I
what
mean,
it
yeah,
was.
we'll
Yeah,
we'll definitely get into how much more expensive they get.
Yeah.
How much more they make. Oh, when we get into like 7, this
Yeah.
was like the highest grossing movie like ever
I
for a
saw
while. Dude.
every single one in theaters.
Yep, me
the
too.
night it came
Every
out.
one of them.
Every single one of them.
I remember waiting in line for
Yep.
Deathly Hallows Part 2, man.
Oh, me and my sister went to both 1 and 2 together, and like we were like,
I love how Deathly Hallows
we were
Part
like-
2 is the only like one with a poster that doesn't say the name. It just says it all ends. and the date. It didn't
know!
say Deathly Hallows. It didn't say Harry Potter. It just said it was a picture of Harry Potter, and it said it all ends and the date.
Oh
It's
my
like, whatever,
God.
you know what it is.
You know what it is. You know what we're here for.
Whatever, you'll buy it.
That's right. They were
We
right.
got the old Nintendo.
I can't wait till we get to fucking till we get to number 7, dude.
Dude, like
Yeah.
four
I'm excited for
four
this.
on is just the best.
And that
Oh my
director
God,
was only
3
first
on.
two.
Three
Prisoner
on.
of
Are you kidding me?
Azkaban. Prisoner of Azkaban's
man.
pretty fucking good.
That
Dude,
director
okay.
was only
We're saying
the
that
first
now
two
until we see that
movies,
werewolf
right?
CGI.
That director.
Okay, but that
I'm
troll
just kidding.
CGI
That's
though.
pretty bad.
What?
Well, we all rank it at number 1, right?
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
I was saying the first two movies are one director and the rest
Yep.
are separate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Until the 5th, and then 5, 6, and 7 are all the same guy, and then he's doing Fantastic Beasts too, I believe. So
You can kind of tell the first two are the
There's
same
8.
director.
Which, by the way, are we
Well,
gonna
yeah,
extend
sorry.
this into Fantastic Beasts?
we can discuss.
Okay.
I wouldn't be actively against that. So
Just
I
because
love-
I've never seen any of them.
really, oh, that would be fun.
Yes,
And
right.
Crimes
Johnny
of
Depp
Grindelwald,
pops up, so.
Johnny Depp plays Grindelwald, doesn't he?
But again, don't want you to start this because Disney's not going to bring him back for
Yeah,
the next one,
Fuck you, Disney. I hope you fucking
So-
burn in hell.
or Warner Brothers. Sorry,
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
sorry, it's Warner Brothers.
Disney, I
Disney,
take that
you're cool.
back. Disney, sorry.
Disney, you're cool.
Brothers, go fuck yourself.
Don't stop
All
with
you
the
guys
Avengers and
fucking
stuff.
Bugs Bunny, go fucking take a dick in the ass, okay? Fuck
Say we just
yourself.
blame Amber Heard and just leave it at that.
Yeah, fuck you, Amber Heard. I hope you fucking die.
Well, also for the
I'm just
new
kidding, that's fucked
for
up.
the new Mulan, also fuck you, Disney.
I hope your
So,
career is ended.
that still stands.
So let's go ahead and put the Sorcerer's Stone right at number 1. I
Yeah.
think that's a good spot for it at this point.
Because, yeah, well,
Yeah.
obviously.
And the best
Great
bad guy,
spot.
the best bad guy so far too,
Yeah.
with Goro. So
Yep.
Yeah, so far out of all of them, so
So
far,
far,
Yeah,
he's
we
the
know
best.
one so far.
Yeah, so
definitely
far, hell
number
yeah,
one
dude.
so
so
far.
far he's the best. So tune in next week when we jump into Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I'm way excited to actually talk about this one too. There's a lot of stuff I like in this one.
Oh, yeah, I love
Yeah.
that.
That's a good
Stupid
one.
camera kid.
You know what we should do is like we should start all watching
Malfoy
it
is a
together.
seeker, dude. What?
We should all just start watching it together because like we've been watching.
Good,
it.
yeah.
This whole time we've all been like watching it like separately and shit like that. I think we should all watch it together just
Bet.
because I feel like we come up with a lot more like points to talk about and stuff.
I hear you. Yeah.
We could make popcorn.
I'm making waffles.
All right.
All right, guys. If you tuned in to watch, we appreciate it on twitch.tv/Velocity360. And on Facebook, you can find us at Velocity Entertainment. And then you can listen to us on podcast services everywhere. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I will say real quick before the episode ends, because I almost forgot, that the prize for this franchise is the Sword of Gryffindor.
Please let me have it.
Look at how beautiful that
It
is,
is
man.
so
You're gonna
fucking
want
awesome.
you're gonna want to win this prize. So
Comes with a little plaque, too.
it stabs through the wall.
I'd get
That's
scared
good.
by that any day.
Oh,
So more details on how to enter to win that prize, because I want to come up with something a little more fun this time. So thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next Wednesday for Chamber of Secrets.